there, chickadee, and welcome to Real Chicks TV. I'm your real chick, Carla. Thanks so much for joining me today. Always makes my day that much more special when you keep me company. Today we are doing this holiday look, and it's no ordinary video. I am collabing with my sweet friend Bella from Beauty on a Budget. We are doing holiday makeup looks. She's actually doing a week's worth. This is a tradition that she has, that every year she collabs for a week to bring you different makeup looks with herself and another content creator, and I'm so honored that she asked me to collab with her and create this makeup look for you today. Bella is such a sweetheart. I want to encourage you to check out her channel and her video. She's created a beautiful look for you. We don't know what the other one is doing, but we did kind of touch base a little bit to make sure we weren't doing the exact same thing, so I can't wait to see her video. I will have it linked down in the description box for you below. Also, all the products that I used today will be linked down below. Here's why you need to go check out Bella, why you need to see her video, and why you need to subscribe. She is one of the sweetest people on YouTube. She's down to earth, she's genuine, she does reviews, makeup looks, all kinds of hauls and empties and mini reviews, and I just love her to bits because she's truly a genuine person. She's a real chick, and those are the kind of people that I really gravitate to. She's kind-hearted, she's lovely, she's sweet, and she and I are friends on Facebook, and I will tell you the kind of person that she is by this story. I was having a hard night, and we are 5 hours apart. I'm on East Coast time in the United States, and she's in England. She's 5 hours ahead of me. I found myself having a very difficult night one night. At 2 o'clock in the morning, I sent her a message and said, will you just talk to me? And she dropped everything to give me attention, not knowing me. She's never met me, but to give me what I needed to get through the night. She was there, and that's the kind of person that she is. And Bella, I will love you forever for that. I will love you forever just because you're so lovely and so wonderful. And she has a great channel, and it's growing, and you need to be a part of it. You also need to be a part of this channel too. So be sure that you click that subscription button if you haven't already, and click that ringy dingy bell so that you'll know every time that we upload a new video here on Real Chicks TV. So what do you say we get started, and I'm going to show you how I created this holiday look. Alright, today we are using the much loved Emily Edit The Needs palette. This is truly a fabulous palette. I love everything about it. I used it when traveling, and it is indeed fabulous, and it's going to have all the colors and stuff that we need to make this perfect cut crease. Now, I already have much of my face made up. I have started by using the Dr. Brandt Luminizer Primer, and this is the Pores No More Luminizer Primer. I also have my base applied, and I am using the MAC Studio Sculpt, and this is in the shade NC25. Loving this. Haven't used it until recently. I know it's been out for a while, but I absolutely adore it. And for my powder, I have the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder in Translucent. I used a beauty blender to apply the foundation, and I used this wonderful powder brush from Real Techniques to apply the loose setting powder. I also already have my eyes primed, and I used the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer for that. So what do you say we get started on this eye look? Now, I have a mirror here, but I'm probably going to use this mirror too, because without my glasses I don't see well at all. So I am using a Luxie brush, and I will list them all down in the description box below. I will also list the numbers. And I am going to start by going in, not with an eyeshadow, but actually going in with this bronzer and contour shade, and that is called Courage, if I am not mistaken. And I am going to take that, load up my brush, tap it off, and I am going to sweep it across where I wish I had a crease, because when you have hooded eyes, your crease is very, very low down here. So I'm going to create a fake crease, and truly a cut crease is a hooded eyes friend. So what I'm doing is I've taken the brush, and I'm kind of feeling in there, whether with my finger or with my brush, as to where that brow bone starts. So I'm actually taking the color not in the crease, but up in the beginning of that eye socket, up in the beginning of that brow bone. I'm also swooping it out just a little bit, like a tail. Not too curvy, but just a little bit. Forgot to do my eyebrows. I did this one. This side of my face is already completely done. I'll do this one in just a minute. We don't have to be too incredibly neat right now. We just want to get this down as the transition color. Don't be afraid to take it a little bit higher than you normally would, because especially if you have hooded eyes, when you close your eyes, you want that color to be seen. I'm also taking it a little deeper than normal into my eye socket area. And again, just pulling that out in a little bit of a curved tail. Not too much and not out too far. You don't want your eyeshadow all the way out here. Not a good look. All right, I'm gonna blend that out better later. We just wanna get down our colors first. Next, going in with another Luxie brush, I am going into this dark brown shade right here. Loading it up, tapping it off. Now, I'm coming down a little further. I am going over the bottom part and just going in a rainbow shape, a half moon shape, flicking it a little bit so that they blend, but not taking it out as far or as deep as I did that first one. Not taking it up as high either. This is how we're going to build that gradient look and that graduated blend for our cut crease. We're still in the same color family, but we're getting a darker line down here so that we're adding definition. Now, taking a very flat brush from the brush company called Vintage Brushes, very popular in Britain. Going into this black shade here. And I'm tapping just the top of it, flicking it off, and now what we're going to do is right down here at the bottom, we're going to start to just draw a line. You're going to build this up slowly. Just start to draw that line and really cut that crease right out. So you're starting out lighter up here, you've got a medium here, and then we're getting darker down here at the bottom. Now this I'm not going to flick out, but so much, just a tiny little bit. Now it looks like a mess right now, but we're going to clean it up. And I actually see where I need to fix something on this side too, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. A cut crease is very retro Hollywood glam, and it is great for hooded eyes and for mature eyes, aging eyes, especially if you have crepey skin or saggy droopy lids, because this can really bring out your eyes. Great for small eyes too. So I have mature eyes, hooded eyes, droopy eyes, saggy eyes. I have all of that combined into one, so this is why I love doing a cut crease. Plus for the holidays, it's really dramatic and just really, not everybody is going to be wearing this at the parties that you go to, so you're going to really stand out and just have that wow factor. All right, taking a Real Techniques brush, again, I will list all of the names of these and I will have links to them all down in the description box below. I'm going to go in and I'm going to blend this very, very lightly. I'm not even using circular motions. I'm just kind of sweeping and patting very, very lightly to kind of blend it. I'm also pulling it up a little bit toward the brow. All right, very good. Now, a lot of people go crazy with this next step. I do not. I am taking just a little bit of very inexpensive concealer. This is an e.l.f. concealer, and when I use this on my eyelids, whether it's for a cut crease or another look, I always use a very inexpensive concealer because it really doesn't matter. Using another Luxie brush, this is a flat brush. I'm going to go in and clean up under that dark line onto the lid. This is also going to serve as a little bit of a base for us for our white shade that's going to go down. carving out that crease with the concealer. You can always add more if you need to, and you can always go back and fix the line a little bit. And I'm actually pretty happy with that, because now comes the magic part that's really going to set that cut crease aside and really make it stand out. Now for this next step, for the shade on the lid, you could actually use the highlighting powder in the palette, because for the cheeks and the contour, I'm going to use these two shades here. So most everything for our eyes and definitely everything for our cheeks has come out of this palette. You could use this if you wanted to, the highlighting shade, but I like a little bit more bing, 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 pow, 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 because that's the kind of girl I am. That's how I roll, and I am unapologetic about it. So I am using this beautiful white shade from CoverGirl. CoverGirl is now cruelty-free, by the way, and this is called Snow Blossom. And isn't that perfect for a Christmas look? Snow Blossom. So I am going to make sure that I have got my concealer where I want it. Yeah, I do. If I need more, I'll go in with it. And for this, I'm going to start with a brush, and then I'm actually going to use the tip applicator. I'm going to use another Luxie brush, and I'm going to use Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Spray, wet my brush, because I want super saturation with this. By the way, Gerard Cosmetics is my newest obsession and newest discovery. I have a discount code and a link for you down below. Make sure you use that link so that you get the discount. Discount is listed down in the description box. You will save 30% on Gerard Cosmetics, and this is the best setting spray I have ever tried in my entire life. We've got some other Gerard Cosmetics coming up as well. That's going to be our lip color. So I am loading up this brush. It being wet is really going to make this stand out. Now again, I don't want to go over the line that I created, but if I do, I can fix it. And I'm just building that color up to the level and intensity that I want it to be. And I feel like this line, that darker line, may be a little lower than on my other side, so I can fix that, no worries. Going back in to the Snow Blossom. Isn't that a pretty shade? Just a pretty snow white shade. It's got some shimmer in it, but it doesn't have glitter in it. Putting that on my lids, building it up, see how the intensity is building. And I am going to bring it out under the tail because I want that highlight there. That is really going to open up small hooded eyes and make them appear bigger. So I'm just going to keep building that up. Keep laying it down. Do you make funny faces when you put your eyeshadow on? I find that sometimes I go like that because, you know, sticking that tongue out is crucial to getting it on right. Same like when we make faces with our mascara. Alright, I've got it down with the brush pretty well, but this is a rare occasion that I am actually going to use the sponge applicator that came with the eyeshadow, because it really gets in there perfectly on my lid. And I have very small lids. I have very limited real estate on my lids because my eyes are so hooded. So this works really well for me and really adds that extra pop of shimmer, and that really intensifies the shade after we've laid it down, because it just loads it up so well. This is one of the few sponge applicators that actually works quite well. Now in doing this, I have erased a little bit of that darker line, so I'm going to go back in with my vintage brush, going back into the black shade, and I'm just going to retrace that line a little bit. Different people have different methods for doing a cut crease. This is, for me, the easiest, the least hassle, and the most effective, and that's what I want out of an eye look. Something that is dramatic, but I don't want it to take me an hour just to do my eye makeup. And I also want my biggest bang for my time. Now, I've got some pretty distinct harsh lines there, so I'm going back in with my blending brush from Real Techniques and just patting that out. But you want, the point of a cut crease is to have a very distinct line. Not a harsh line, not a sharp line, but a very distinct line. That's the whole point of it. All right, using that same vintage brush, going back into a mixture of the black and the brown. I'm gonna bring it under my eye, but I'm not connecting it with the shadow up here. I'm gonna bring it down under, and I'm also taking it a little bit, like maybe not even a quarter of the way onto my lid, just so that we have some kind of connection. And then I'm just going to stamp right here at the edge so that there's a little bit of a wing, but nothing too harsh. I should have done this before I did that bottom eyeliner, but I'm using a jumbo pencil from NYX. This is the Milk Jumbo Pencil, and I'm lining my inner waterline, because that also makes those hooded eyes and those small eyes look much larger. And it's a great holiday look. It just really just adds some pizzazz. Let me go ahead and do my brows while I'm thinking about it. I am using a $2 e.l.f. brow pencil. This is in taupe. And here's how I do my brows. I don't do anything squirrely or tadpole-like with my brows. I come in here in my sparsest area. I draw an angled line and connect the bottom and the top. Then I come along the top. I may have gotten that a little too deep, but that's the nice part about this. This doesn't smudge, but you can kind of, maneuver it and work with it. So I'm drawing my line, then I'm coming up here and tracing along the top. I am going to bring the tail of the brow down a little bit lower. Now that might sound counterintuitive for hooded eyes, but what you actually want to do is have the edge of your eye makeup meet up with your tail, and by bringing it down just a little bit, it helps you elongate and lift that eye makeup. That's one of the benefits of putting this on before you do your eye makeup, which I should have done. But it brings it up, it elongates that, it lifts it up, whereas often the mistake can be made that you bring your eye makeup all the way down to here because that's your inclination. That makes your hooded eyes look even droopier. All right, so now I'm going to trace along the bottom of my natural line with my brows. And I just fill in with strokes, hair-like strokes. You do your brows however you wish to. I do not have a fancy brow routine. There's no need for me to do a tutorial on my brows because I just get them done, and I also always remember that they are sisters or cousins. They are not twins, so we do them the best we can. Also taking an eyeliner pencil from e.l.f. I love this because it is designed to highlight blue eyes. I'll list the name of it down in the description box. I'm just going to kind of come in here and clean up some of that white eyeliner. This is a beautiful bronzy shade and really makes blue eyes pop. But I'm going to clean up some of that white that we got a little bit outside of the waterline. And that also is going to match these colors up here. Now, I have very short, flat, straight eyelashes. I have basically no eyelashes at all. So if you have eyelashes, this would be the time that you curl them. There is no point for me to curl my eyelashes because I don't have any to curl. But what I am going to do is go in with my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. Love this mascara. I'm using the waterproof version because around the holidays, one, you can sweat at parties, and another thing is, you get a little sentimental, or you see people you haven't seen in a while and you get all happy, and the tears, even if they're happy tears, may start to flow. So I love using a waterproof mascara, especially for this time of year. Just gonna coat those lashes. This is a great mascara, and I love the fact that it takes even my sparse little lashes and gives them somewhat of a look. But I have very sensitive eyes as well, and this does not bother my eyes at all. So let's give these lashes a really good coat of mascara. I am going to put on false lashes as well, and I find that putting on the mascara before you put on your falsies, A, gives them something to stick to, and B, blends them in with your natural lashes and makes them look more natural. Getting my bottom lashes. I wish I was blessed with nice bottom lashes. It ends up looking like eyeliner on me, but if I don't put anything down there, it just looks sparse and really kind of funky. So you know, really this is all about accepting who we are, our imperfections, and they're not even imperfections, they're just part of our face. So we just work around what we have and highlight our best features and find tips and techniques that work for those of us no matter our age. And as we age, our makeup needs change and we just work around them. So I'm just working around my sparse little lashes right now. All right, here comes the true test of skill. I am using the e.l.f. 110s, and I love these because they're quite thin and they look extremely natural. I need one little place here that I need to trim them. I do trim my lashes, but I didn't get that one trimmed all the way. And I am using the e.l.f. lashes, and then I'm using the Duo lash glue. And I am going to put my glasses on for this because it could be a disaster otherwise. So and I apologize for sniffling. I've had a horrible cold for the past week and I'm doing the best I can here. All right. So I'm going to take the lash. Where'd my lash go? There's my lash. Eek, spider. All right, I've just found this little tool, recently discovered this. It's supposed to help put your lashes on better, and it really did help with the other one. You just kind of slide the lash in there. This one's not being very cooperative. So it's like a tweezer type thing, but it's shaped like the lash. There we go. All right, so I'm holding it tight and I am just squeezing out a tiny, tiny, tiny amount of glue. I have a very bad habit of squeezing out too much. Got a little bit of gunk there, a little bit of buildup. Let's get that off so that it'll make the glue come out smoother. And I am just going to very, very lightly run that across the band of the lash. I'm using as little glue as I can get away with because the more you use, the harder it is to get it to dry, and it can be harder to apply as well. So I've got that in my little holder here. I'm going to try to get it a little bit more secure for when I apply it. I'm going to blow on it. Let that wait for at least 30 to 60 seconds. And we're going to see if I can do this on camera. I got this one on with no problems. Can she do it again? That's the big question. It's okay to blow on the glue. It's okay to fan it. Hopefully I have let this dry long enough, and now I'm going to take with this applicator, I'm going to look straight down, and I'm not trying to put this on my lid. I am actually trying to put this directly on my lash line. This little tool does help place it pretty well. Dang, I think I got them on there. Hot darn in a bucket of spit. I think I got it on. All right, I'm gonna let that dry for just a second. And the trick to really getting false eyelashes to really open up your hooded eyes or your small eyes is after they dry, is push them up. Push them up. And these should be dry enough to push them up. And it looks like they're adhered on all sides. Now, just to cover any glue that may have gotten on there, I'm going to take mascara a little bit. I'm not going to take it all the way to the ends. You could if you wanted a really dramatic look. The thing I like about these lashes is they're very natural looking. They're not spiky or spidery looking. I'm just going to go over where there might have been some glue hopefully not pull it off. And there we go. Taking a $3 e.l.f. brush, I am going to go in back with the Snow Blossom. Tap that off. It is a little powdery, but it's great. And I'm going to come up here under my brow, just under the arch. I'm not going all the way across. And I'm going to highlight that right there. See how that lifts the eye? Make sure they're even. Hope they're even anyway. And I'm also going to use some in the inner corner of my eye. There we go. And the eyes are done. And quickly we are going to finish up the rest of the face. Put that away. Okay, I am going to take an e.l.f. sculpting brush using the bronzer here. I actually use this as not only bronzer, but I use it as contour too because I'm so fair. It works very well for me as a contour. So I'm just going to go in. Might have gone a little heavy-handed there, but that's okay. We can blend it out. And if we need to, we can take some of the Dermablend powder and take care of that. Now, what I'm going to do is with the flat side, I'm actually going to pull that up. I'm not going to pull it down. I am going to maybe swish it back and forth, up and down a little bit, but you don't want your contour to fall down too far. All right, pulling that up just a little bit. And going in with a Real Techniques brush. This is one of their pop brushes. I'm going to go in with the blush right there that comes in the palette. Like I said, almost everything we've used, with the exception of that Snow Blossom, has come straight from the Emily Needs palette. And boy, did she and Makeup Revolution knock this one out of the park. This is an amazing palette. I used it when I traveled to Ireland for 3 weeks, and I used it almost every day. And I could have carried it exclusively and would have been just fine. I'm gonna take my powder brush and blend that out just a little bit, because I don't want stripes. And taking another Real Techniques. Without my glasses, I can't tell you the names of these, so I will list all the names in the description box below. Taking the highlight shade down here, tapping that off, and I'm just going to go right here on the tops of the cheeks. I'm not going to come down, I'm not going to put it on the apples, and I'm not going to bring it all the way up here. I'm just going to put it right at the tops, because it'll be so nice when the light hits that during a holiday party or church or wherever you may be wearing this look to, just to have that little bit of a candlelight glow. And just because I can't resist, I'm just putting a tiny dab on the edge of my nose. I did not contour my nose today because I really want the sculpting of the eyes to speak for themselves. And I have a big nose, many of you have told me. Thank you for reminding me, but I am very well aware of it. I normally do contour my nose, but we're okay today in my opinion. Another discovery that I made this year that I'm absolutely in love with also comes from Gerard Cosmetics. These are their liquid lipsticks, and they are not drying at all. I love these. This is another thing that you can save 30% on by following my link and using my code in my description box below. I mean, you're gonna save 30%, why not? And these are high quality products. Jen Gerard has done a fabulous job. This is a true metallic. It's not a frost. This is a true metallic. This is in the shade Cherry Bomb. I've been waiting for months to use this because I think it's just perfect for Christmas. I'm not lining my lips, and that's because the applicator kind of pushes it and creates a bit of a line. And this is a long wearing lipstick. You don't really need a liner. You can. Gerard makes wonderful liners that are very smooth and creamy. But I'm just going to go straight in and kind of line as I go. Look at that. Is that not a beautiful red, or is that not a beautiful red? not have glitter in it, but it is a pure metallic, perfect for this time of year. These Gerard Cosmetics liquid lipsticks are so comfortable on the lips. They are not drying. They don't make mature lips that may have some lines in them. They don't make them look dry and cracked, and they don't run into any lines you may have around your lips, which I love. This is a long-lasting lipstick. It's kiss-proof, and it will last you all throughout the night of your holiday party. And okay, the final step, taking my Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day spray, and it does indeed slay you all day. This will last you all day, all night. My makeup has never lasted so long since I started using this. This is in the scent Mango. I also have it in Coconut. I'm telling you, it's like a little tropical vacation every time you spray it. So I'm just gonna take this couple of spritzes. I tend to go overboard a little bit because I like the smell so much. One, did I just get lipstick on my forehead? I swear I did. We call this Real Chicks TV for a reason. Okay. I think it's fixed. There we go. I'll put a little bit on my chin. And we are good. I am going to put the rest of my look together and be right back. And here is the finished look. I certainly hope that you like it. I hope that you can see it. I put on some dangles, and I decided to wear my hair straight and not wear a necklace because I've got sequins on my shirt. I've got a lot of drama going on in the eyes. I've got a big bold lip, and I felt like the dangle rhinestone earrings, the chandelier earrings, kind of made a statement on their own. And so I wanted the hair to be a little more sleek, a little more sophisticated. I'm not comfortable with my hair straight, but I'm going for it today to bring you this holiday look. I hope that you enjoyed it. I also hope that you'll go on over and check out Bella's channel and check out her version of this collab and see what her holiday looks are. Tune into her every day this week so that you can see all of her holiday looks and all of the wonderful people that she's collabing with. Be sure to give this video a big old thumbs up. Follow me also on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. On all of those, it is Real Chicks TV. And I will tell you that I post every day on those platforms, and I post different things than you see on here. Everything from jokes to look of the day to outfit of the day to makeup of the day. Just different things that I don't always have time to bring you here on the channel. So I hope that you'll follow and connect and be part of the Chickadees. Would love to have you. I'm Carla for Real Chicks TV. Thank you so much for joining me. It always makes my day that much more special when you keep me company. Love you, and Merry Christmas to you and yours.